Alright guys, welcome back to my Smackdown April 27th, 2012 review, and just got done watching the show. Thought it was decent. This was an okay show. Has some stuff on here that I really liked, and overall I thought this week's was much better than Raw. At least I can say that. It was much better than the 3-hour Raw, but yeah, anything's better than that. I also liked Impact from TNA better than the 3-hour Raw. And the show starts off, they mention that Josh Matthews isn't there because of his injuries from Lesnar. Apparently he has abrasions and stiffness and tightness in his neck. It was just really random. Daniel Bryan comes out, he talks about getting rid of AJ. He says the loss at Mania doesn't count, and if anything it should go on AJ's record as a loss because it was her fault and she lost the match. He says he didn't fast count when he was the referee for Sheamus' match on Raw. He shows a replay. It's obvious that the count is in slow motion, so it looks legit. He says that Sheamus took advantage of a confused and frankly unintelligent woman at Mania. Alberto Del Rio comes out. He makes fun of Bryan. He's got Ricardo saying "see." The first thing I thought was maybe after this Sheamus thing is said and done, Bryan could go on a feud with Del Rio and have a possible face turn. But right now, nothing major happened. Just the little confrontation. Then Big Show comes out. He goes after both guys, but he only catches Ricardo, and he chokeslams Ricardo. We immediately get Del Rio versus Big Show. Big Show goes for the chokeslam, but Cody Rhodes interferes. He brings in a Singapore cane and a chair. The cane has no effect on the Big Show. Big Show knocks away the chair, and Cody takes his belt off, and Big Show grabs the belt and then starts just whipping Cody with it. We have Laurinaitis and Eve backstage talking. Teddy comes up, and Laurinaitis tells him that Teddy's going to report to Eve from now on, and she tells Teddy to get a name tag. We get a Damian Sandow promo. He says he will arrive in a week. Then we get Alicia Fox versus Nikki Bella. This was okay. They used Twin Magic to win. Brie wins with a face buster. I'm not sure what exactly is going to happen with the Bellas, their contract, and all of this, but I do know that they recently added another match to Extreme Rules, Beth Phoenix versus Nikki Bella for the Divas title. I wouldn't be surprised to see Karma come back here. If their contracts are up Monday, which I have heard a rumor that they are, then I could see something happening where she loses the belt and then something happens with Karma where they can build to Karma versus Beth Phoenix. Titus O'Neil and Darren Young are making fun of Yoshitatsu backstage. Ezekiel Jackson comes up and says he's his tag partner tonight. Then we see Teddy backstage wearing a maid outfit. He's got a big name tag on now. He looks ridiculous. He's dusting the office. Oksana comes up. She says she didn't know that he was old enough to have grandchildren. Laurinaitis and Eve come up and say that Laurinaitis is going to give Antonio, Oksana's friend, a tryout match tonight, and Oksana's going to be the ring announcer. Eve gives Teddy a commentary table since Josh Matthews is hurt. And Laurinaitis says, you're going to go out there, you're going to do commentary, and I'm going to tell you what to say. Then we get Yoshi and Ezekiel versus Titus O'Neil and Darren Young. Cole says that they are the Rush Hour team. Teddy's on commentary. Darren Young hits a dropkick on Zeke, knocks him off the apron. Then Titus gets Yoshi up for a powerbomb, and Darren clotheslines him off the top rope into the powerbomb for the win. I thought this was pretty good. I'm really just glad to see another tag team on the SmackDown show because they really need more tag teams in WWE, period. Then we get Cole interviewing Randy Orton. They show a video of the history, the recent events between Kane and Orton. They show Orton kidnapping Paul Bearer, which makes me wonder how exactly did this even transpire. I mean, did Randy Orton just go to this man's house and abduct him and then fly him to Detroit? Like, how did that even happen? It's really ridiculous if you break it down and really think about it. But I assume Paul Bearer is still in the freezer in Detroit. Orton says that even the devil himself can't unleash the hell he's going to bring to Kane Sunday. This promo, if it was 3 minutes, I'm not sure how long it was, but if it was 3 minutes, then it was about 2 minutes and 30 seconds too long. Just Randy Orton is not a good talker at all. Jinder Mahal comes out, says Orton's time at the top is over. Orton RKO's him. Very predictable. Oksana introduces Tyson Kidd and Antonio Cesaro for their match. Apparently his backstory is he's a former rugby player who was kicked out for excessive violence. The funniest part about this match is he has these bands on his thighs. And Booker actually asked if they are knee pads. And Cole says, I'm not sure, but they're not knee pads, because if they were, they would be covering his knees. I just busted out laughing when I heard this. This was great. Antonio hits a very European uppercut and a pile driver into a facebuster for the win. This was good. I'm glad to see Antonio / Claudio finally debut. I thought this was fine. Laurinaitis makes Teddy get in the ring and raise Antonio's hand, and then Oksana and Antonio make out in front of Teddy, and he leaves all sad. They recap Cena and Brock. They show a lot of footage from Brock's sit-down interview that was taped, of course, which is why it was so good. They show a lot of the Edge promo from Raw, but thankfully they showed nothing from the contract signing. If you watch my Raw review, I said the same thing. They're not going to have any footage for the replay on SmackDown because that promo that Brock cut at the contract signing was so bad. They had nothing. And, I mean, I don't know whose idea it was to let him go out there and cut a promo for 10 minutes or whatever it was. I mean, it was just atrocious. And they obviously couldn't find any redeeming footage to play for this replay tonight. So, they didn't. Then we get Great Khali versus Cody Rhodes. Khali wins clean with the Punjabi plunge. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I don't know why Cody is doing the job to Khali. A lot of people had Cody picked as being one of the future stars in this company, especially this year, towards the end of 2012, and he's not going to get there doing jobs clean to Great Khali. So I don't know what their logic is with this. I mean, he has this match Sunday with the Big Show, and are they going to set up a feud with Khali? I hope not. Khali is more of an attraction. He's horrible in the ring. Everybody knows that. It's been said to death. So yeah, that was bad tonight. AW backstage, Abraham Washington, he's telling Primo and Epico that he wants to recruit them, but he needs an answer Monday. Ryback comes up and he says, "Hey Ryback, can I talk to you for a second?" And that's all we see. Then we see this guy in the ring, local Michigan guy, Jacob K. He does a promo on how he's going to be the first guy to beat Ryback. Usos are watching backstage. Ryback comes out. He wins, squashes the guy, of course. It's obvious they're going for the Goldberg thing. It could work. I think Ryback has a good look to him as far as doing the Goldberg streak run. And I mean, the squashes are entertaining, so it's not a complete fail by any means. I hope they eventually do something good with the guy and don't just kind of drop the ball with him. But for right now, I really have nothing to complain about with the Ryback thing. Backstage, Matt Striker is talking to AJ. He's trying to ask her questions. He's kind of being a dick about it, actually. Caitlyn comes up and tells him to leave her alone. Caitlyn says that Daniel Bryan never loved her and he never did anything for her. AJ snaps and slaps Caitlyn. Then we get the main event, Sheamus versus Mark Henry. I liked this match. I thought it was good. Surprisingly good. I actually was into this one, so I was happy with this main event. Sheamus wins with the Brogue Kick, and like I said, good match. Daniel Bryan comes out. Sheamus invites him to the ring, and then Sheamus starts doing a yes chant, and that was it, showing off the air. So that was your go-home SmackDown show for Extreme Rules this Sunday. And like I said, I thought it was a pretty good show. As far as just a regular wrestling show goes, it was average, but compared to the Raw show, it was phenomenal. I mean, that Raw was really bad. Yeah, I can't say that enough. So that's my review of WWE Smackdown this week. I hope you guys liked the video. If you've seen SmackDown, leave your thoughts on it in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks to everyone out there who has subscribed. I reached over 100 subscribers now, so I will be doing a shout out video sometime next week for having 100 subscribers. And now I'm going to go watch the movie The Raven to put a review of that up this afternoon. So that's it. Thanks for watching.